Scorpio, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your new moon message, what you may not be expecting. So as most of you know, if you do not, I'm going to go ahead and go over it real fast. The period that we're in right now, Saturn went retrograde on June 29th. And Saturn is, this is just a reminder for some of you, others of you that aren't aware, this is, just giving you a little backstory to what we're experiencing right now. So Saturn is like the father of the planets. He is that tough love, the medicine don't taste so good, but it's necessary, right? You'll thank him later type of energy. So for some of you, so Saturn is the planet of discipline. This is a planet of structure. It's a planet of order, the planet of laws, regulations, limitations, discipline. I feel like I already said that. Maturity, responsibility, accountability, things like that, right? So this period that Saturn is in retrograde, which is from June 29th to November 15th, okay, we have two major portal dates in between that time frame, which is the 8/8 portal on August 8th and the 11/11 portal on November 11th. And so this period is very expansive. So this period of retrograde is basically preparing us where we're going to have basically two opportunities to step into, our next timeline, step into this more expanded version of ourselves, to maybe step into your abundance. For those that have been we're all on different parts of our journey, different places in the timeline. So it's going to look different for all of us, right? For some, it's going to be stepping into that timeline of, wealth and your harvest and reaping your, the rewards, the fruits of your labor. For others, it's going to be growth internally, feeling more expanded, feeling more on their shit, maybe in their purpose, whatever that is. It's going to look different for everyone. But this is that period of review to see, have you been doing the things that you're supposed to be doing? Have you been disciplining yourself, maybe with your diet, maybe with your fitness, your routine? Have you been cutting out things that that you shouldn't be doing anymore, or people that you shouldn't be around anymore? Whatever those things are, this is all, all those things that, with the descriptive words that I was talking about with Saturn. So wherever those words fit for you, have you been doing those things? This is that period of kind of like, annual review at a job to see, have you been, implementing the changes and adjustments necessary, right, for the next journey. So that way Saturn can say, okay, you're ready to move on to the next level. I'm gonna pass you off to Jupiter now. Jupiter is that planet of expansion, which is also what I was talking about with the 8/8 portal as well as the 11/11. So these are, jumping into a new timeline. Like I said, it's going to look different for all of us. But this is going to be that review period to see if you're ready for that next level, if you're ready for the money you've been asking for, if you're ready for that next level of growth, the next level of responsibility, whatever, however that translates for you. So this is the period that we're in. So this reading in particular is more so just about what this new moon has in store for us, okay? What we can look forward to that we may not be expecting. So for Scorpio placements, this is a general reading, meaning it's general in nature. It's not going to resonate with all of you, nor is it meant to, okay? So if you're drawn here, there's likely a message here for you. However, feel free to reach out if you would like a personal reading dedicated and tailored more to your specific energy and situation, okay? That's also available. So Scorpio, starting out with the bottoms of your decks, very interesting energy here. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we have envy, attraction, cycles, devil, protect, higher heart activation, intervention and purpose, declaration, which is a 7, and envy. We have envy showing up in two totally different decks here, okay, at the bottom. So this is energy that is hidden that you're not even aware of. So it feels like, especially when it comes to your work and your money, you have people around you that are envious of you, okay, that are, and it doesn't have to be just like a negative thing, but people are definitely, it feels like pocket watching, if you want, so to speak, where you have people around you that are seeing what you're doing. They're seeing maybe what you're producing, how you're working, how you're moving, whatever that is that you're showing to the world. And you have people around you that are like, damn, like, I wish that could be me. And this could be people that you network with, that you work with, that are, like I said, that you make money with, but it does feel like a season is changing here. Okay. Seasons are changing. That could be positive or negative. It's not, all these messages aren't going to be for all of you. But this is giving me an energy of, there's a cycle here that's trying to close. Okay. That I feel like is either closing for you or has closed already. It's, take it as it applies. But I feel like it's happening that some cycle is closing because it's the divine intervening. It's putting you maybe further into your purpose, or for some of you, it's realigning you to your purpose. There's the energy here of a cycle that has been, it feels like ongoing, okay? Meaning that this has been happening ongoing. It's happened maybe more than once, where it feels like you guys are attracting people that are envious of you. And I feel like, this is also a time of, like I was saying with Saturn being retrograde, of being accountable, being responsible for the energy we are emitting. So this is giving me with this divine love, your heart is healed, higher heart activation. What that's telling me is that some of you have been essentially attracting these type of energies because it's the energy you're emitting. We only attract what we are, not what we want. So if you find yourself attracting people that seem to be jealous of you, or kind of envious of you, or just kind of like wishing they were, you know, in a better place like you, things like that, it's always just presented an opportunity to identify, is there a part within me? It's not to say there is, but it's to ask the question. Allow yourself to really be honest with yourself to ask, is there a part of me that is emitting and exuding that energy in order for that to be attracted back to me through other people? Because that's really what it feels like this is happening here, is that there's an energy that is being emitted. That is why it's being reflected back through other people, because it's just simply showing you, hey, this is still something here that we need to work on, that we need to release. And it's completely fine. It's just when we're in denial and we act like we're totally fine, and that's not true, even if, you know, deep down it is, then that just leads to a bigger problem, you know, down the line. So that's what it feels like is happening here, is you guys are in this process of closing cycles. And as you do so, you're going to be attracting people to you that that may not, you know, they may not really want to see you do better. Okay. And like I said, if you're attracting those type of people, or you find yourself, that's the energy that you're feeling off of the energies, the conversations, the connections, then there's, like I said, an opportunity for you to just identify, is there a part of me that is emitting that energy in the first place that's attracting those type of people? You know what I'm saying? That, you know, where it's like you have other people that are doing that to you, but where are you doing that to someone else, with someone else? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a time to reclaim your power, okay? To really get back in your to really claim who you are as your own individual self, okay? To really reclaim that sovereignty, that sovereign being within you that, you know, makes the rules instead of plays by someone else's rules, so to speak, okay? Liberty or death. That's interesting, the death card. That death comes up in there because you guys are the death. And I find it interesting how we have 787, okay? So, Wheel of Karma. So this is, again, talking about a cycle. Okay, we have cycles here in this card, as cycles here at the bottom of this deck. So this feels like this is something, like I said, that's been ongoing. And it's like Spirit is intervening at this time, because it feels like your purpose may be being delayed from where it could be going, or the type of like where you should be, or where you could be, I should say. Not should be, where we are, where we need to be, but where you could be at this time, had we allowed ourselves to, you know, step back into our power, close out a cycle, and, you know, prepare for the next phase. Okay, because that's what it feels like is going on here, is that there's some type of unresolved issues, some baggage that some of you may be still holding on to, that Spirit is now intervening to help you close out and release that shit, let it go. Okay, and it's up to you, you know, that's where your free will lies. But it's like, you are, for those of you that have been asking for divine support, asking for assistance in that way, it's like they are, you know, doing their part, but it's a matter of, you know, are you allowing it to happen? Okay, so yeah, it's going to be important for you guys to protect yourself from these energies, these frequencies of people that you know, maybe kind of jealous of you or envious of you. You're not here to save everybody. You're not here to help everybody. Okay. And I know that sometimes, depending on what we feel our purpose is, or, you know, the type of life we've lived, the experiences that we had, we sometimes embody this energy of feeling like, well, I need to be there because I know they didn't have that growing up, or I feel like I need to step in because I've always been that role for them. That's not always the case. Sometimes, you know, we play that teacher role for certain people, and then it's time for someone else to come in our place and teach them something else. Just like the same way in class, right? In school, you change classes after so many, you know, couple months or whatever, so many semesters, you change classes and you get a different teacher because they have a different teaching style. The curriculum is different. What's required, what they're supposed to learn is different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like some of you have really done your part when it comes to helping people, and now it's time for you to move on. There's other people that need you at this time. Okay. So we have protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place, okay? So underneath that, we have let it go, all right? And then we have listen. I find that interesting. So, you know, I feel like you guys, if this is resonating so far, you know what this let it go is. You know what it is that you're being asked to let go of, and listen to the message. Listen to what's being, you know, given to you at this time, okay? And like I was saying, oh, interesting. This card accidentally flipped over and it's your card, death. So it's like something is over. It needs to end, okay? Message in a bottle at the bottom of this deck. I couldn't get a message out of this deck, so I wasn't going to force it, which is why I switched decks, if you noticed that in the pre-shuffle. But this card is still at the bottom, and I still feel like it's relevant in this message, okay? That you're getting sign synchronicities. You guys are getting messages. It's like, you know what you feel like you need to do, but some of you are kind of like being stubborn and not just, you know, giving in, surrendering to what you're being asked to do at this time, okay? And that's where it feels like the divine is about to intervene on that ass, okay? Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So it's like you're being guided, but it's up to you if you receive the guidance and respond accordingly, okay? So let's get into your messages. First card, we have 32, okay? Trust. Interesting. I'm gonna just read your cards first, and then we'll get into the messages. We have 13, financial constraints, okay? Then we have broomstick, clearance. What is being activated? Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. And then we have give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. Okay. And then your financial message, we have luck and life purpose. So when I get to that, we'll talk about it. So Scorpio, it's interesting that the messages have kind of repeated here, okay? What we're talking about with your energy, right? Giving to others and all that, what you're attracting, this is where that clearance comes in. Some of you, this is time to clear out what doesn't serve. Clear out whether it's people, whether it's your own energetic field and vibration, which is strongly what I feel like this is more so of, because everything is energy. So it's kind of like using the process of elimination. After you've done your, you know, cleared your house, like decluttered your home, then you move into your auric field and all that. Then you can move into your connections. It's kind of like the process of elimination, doing all those things, and you'll start to watch and see how, especially for those of you that are experiencing financial constraints, or this suddenly, you know, takes place, you'll know exactly how to improve that by clearing out, you know, what doesn't serve, clearing out the stagnancy. Because when we have certain connections that we know are jealous or envious, and we're hanging around these people, we're trying to constantly help these people, we're giving to these people, we're not setting boundaries with these people, that is what creates blockages in your own life. The energy isn't never destroyed, it's transferred. And so that's why they say that you are, you know, basically you end up, after so much time, you become a part of, you know, the 5 people you hang around the most. So if you're hanging around with broke people that might need help, that's true. However, if you're not monitoring and setting boundaries with how much time you spend with these people, how much you help, how much you give, how much you let them absorb your energy, next thing you know, you're going to be experiencing what they're experiencing. Because why? They're transferring their energy onto you. And so if you're not taking the time to clear your energetic field like you're supposed to, and then set healthy boundaries by protecting your energy, you know, that's which is a great form of self-love, by the way, you know, that is what's going to create blockages in your own life and experience. And all it's going to do is make you mad at yourself because you knew better, right? So this is a time for you to really trust what you're being guided to do, to trust yourself now more than ever, and know that you're being protected. Know that you have spirit teams, people around, you know, beings around you that may be showing up in different forms that are protecting you, that are watching over you, that are keeping you safe as you go through this process, okay? As you know, allow the healing that is trying to take place right now, as some of you are spending more time with yourself, discovering yourself, discovering what needs to take place here. Some of you may be in this energy of loving on yourself more, and that's a really beautiful place to be. And that's where I feel like a lot of you will find not only more gifts, but that's where your cup will be able to be really filled, to have the overflow to give to others who may need it, okay, without depleting yourself or creating blockages in your own life. All right, so let's see. So luck says your luck is about to change for the better. So especially, like I said, for those of you that have been experiencing financial constraints, this feels like this is where the shift takes place when you allow these cycles to close and you allow yourself to get rid of envious energies around you, or as well as that energy within yourself, or at least make sure that you don't have that energy within, to make sure that that's not why you're attracting it. And then it'll open up the doors for luck and abundance to come into you. Okay, because that's also what this card represents as well. All that love and water pouring over. Okay, all that gold energy pouring over. That's like the cup of the divine. That's your confidence being increased. That's like realizing, stepping back into your purpose, knowing your worth, and having it just being so full of love, of creativity, abundance, confidence, all the things you need that just, you know, pours in an overflow that you're able to share with everybody else. So then it says you could get a lucky break, some financial breakthrough. Anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. Okay. And then we have life purpose. Didn't we just talk about purpose? Yes. Intervention and purpose. The divine director. Happiness is your purpose. So it's like you deserve to be happy. That's part of what your purpose is involving, is learning how to take, you know, all life's challenges and experiences and learn how to still be happy through them, and then allow yourself to teach others through your own experiences how to do that for themselves. Okay. You will have new ideas and inspirations that will guide you to your divine calling. What is meant for you will not leave you as long as you continue to push forward. Ask for what you need and things will align for you to carry out your vision. Okay. And so what I was also getting for you guys earlier is that too, is that if you guys are the things that you find that you're wanting, as long as you are wanting them from a place of needing them, like something I've learned is that if your wants are in correspondence with what you actually need, there will never be a room for disappointment if you feel like you don't get what you want, because all that does is create resistance and a feeling of unworthiness, or I don't deserve to have this thing or this experience. As long as what you're asking the universe for is truly tied into what you actually need, then you'll never be disappointed and your needs will always be provided for in abundance. Okay. Just, you know, something to consider. So let's get into your tarot. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, so let me read this envy card for you guys here, from the financial message deck that I was using. Okay. You could be envying other people's financial success. So that's what I was saying earlier. You could be envying other people's financial success, and that's creating blockages in your own life. Try not to live beyond your means just to keep up with others. Others could be envying your success. Careful who you trust with money matters. So like I said, it can go both ways. And that's again talking about, like I said, the energy that you're emitting is what you're being, you know, what's being reflected back to you. So it's not to say that's always the case, but that's a beautiful place to start, is to making sure to, you know, at least asking the question, like, am I, you know, let me check myself and make sure that I'm not putting out that energy as to why that's being attracted back to me. And if it is, let me get that shit together. Let me put that in check. And then I can go outside of me and deal with the rest, right? This is also about, it's giving me making sure your ego is in check. Look, world at the bottom, cycles. It represents, like I said, a cycle closing. With this devil card here. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. Okay, so this is about your ego. The devil represents our ego. Okay, so some of you may have some shadow work to do around your ego, if that's, you know, if that applies. That will also really be helpful and supportive in the type of energies you attract based on the energy you're emitting. So, and also the energies you keep around you because of fear. Ego is the fear, right? The fear of abandonment, fear I won't, you know, attract better friends or better connections or whatever, you know, things won't work out if I let this person go, or if I move from this place, or release this job, or make a change where I need to. It's like the fear that I won't do better beyond that. And that's something that we need to take care of within, so that way you can reflect that better without. So let's see what else is going on for Scorpios. What's coming through that they might not be expecting as it pertains to the spread for Scorpio placements. Eight of Wands. This represents good news, okay? This could be a message coming in. But it also feels like it's like a upon the closing of whatever cycle this is talking about, once you make this clearance and do this, this is when things start happening, and it happens very fast. That's when things just kind of like take off for you in some type of way, okay? What else? Or that's when some type of good news comes in, especially if it's something you've been waiting to hear back on. Like say if you applied for a job, or, you know, some type of independent contracting, something like that. It's like that's when it kind of just, you get the message. It's like soon after you close this, next thing you know, it releases that energy, it releases the resistance. Next thing you know, you get that call saying we want to interview, or, you know, we had to finish our other interviews, but we picked you. We think you're the best choice, right? That's what this is for some of you as well. So the world actually came out and it popped out in reverse. So I think that's interesting. Let's see, what else? You know, Spirit, why is this world in reverse? Why is that in reverse for Scorpio, please? Oh. Seven of Cups. Interesting. So this speaks to an illusion. Seven of Cups speaks to illusory energy. Having multiple options. It's also about not everything that glitters is gold. Okay. So some of you may be unexpectedly having like a plethora of opportunities that are coming in that maybe you don't have to, you know, go very far to get. You don't have to go like out of your way, or you don't have to travel to get them. It's like they come to you, but not everybody. It's important to remember that just because you have a plethora of opportunities, that not all of those opportunities are actually going to be for you. Okay. Like we have a snake coming out of one cup. We have an evil eye coming out of another. We have love, you know, different things that are coming out of these cups here. Okay, so they all represent different things that could be. And so it's important for you to really be discerning at this time. Like I was saying earlier with the trusting yourself now more than ever over anything, over anyone, even this reading. Okay, trust yourself over what, you know, you need to do and what's good for you and what isn't as well. Okay, let's see what else for Scorpio. And I also feel like too that things are trying to take off for you, but if there's a cycle that some of you are kind of like confused about whether or not you should close it, or how do I close it, or whatever, that could also be kind of like keeping this from coming in, keeping kind of like slowing things down, you know, than what it could be, by keeping connections around, or cycles, whatever that cycle is for you, by keeping it around, not making the clearing out what you need to clear out, especially energetically, is going to continue to create this sense of confusion of I don't know what to pick because I have so much to pick from. Okay, let's see what else for Scorpio. Six of Cups. So this is soulmate energy. For some of you, this is a soulmate or someone that you have history with. This could be someone from your past, like an ex, okay? That could be trying to keep you from closing out a cycle with them, okay? That could be trying to confuse you or keep you from, like, they don't want you to see the truth. They don't want you to see, like, the truth about if you're choosing to, like, go in a different direction. It's like they don't want you to close the cycle out, and that could be something you're not expecting. You may be telling someone like, okay, I'm not, you know, I'm done. I'm not going to communicate anymore or whatever. And it's like they're trying to make, you know, kind of confuse you to like keep you around, to keep you from letting them go. And that could be, again, where you're going to have to trust what you're being guided to do in this situation and clear out what needs to be cleared out. Because it does feel like you guys are trying to move forward, but you have people that may not all have the best your highest interest in mind that are going to try to keep you from moving forward. Okay, and like I said, it feels like it's someone to do with your past, someone you have a past with, or some type of history with. Like I said, it could be an ex of some sort. What else? Judgment. Yeah, you're gonna have to make a decision on this, Scorpio. It's could be someone that you've had an epiphany about, okay? Maybe they've had an epiphany about you, that you're moving on, and that's why they're, you know, coming back, because this is also about leaving the past behind. So you may, like I said, have someone from the past coming back, or maybe you're confused about something to do with the past, and you're going to have I feel like this new moon is going to bring some sort of epiphany about that, okay? But it also feels like you're going to have a decision to make a judgment call. That's what judgment represents, is it's like you're being called into your purpose. Maybe your purpose is taking you in a different direction, and not everybody is meant to go. So it's like you're going to have to allow yourself to make some final decisions on certain things in order to allow you to move forward. Because I feel like once you do that, that's where all this confusion that you may be feeling about something or someone, that's when it all gets cleared up, okay? But what I also strongly feel here, though, is your purpose is calling you. We had the purpose come up 3 times now, okay? So, you know, that's really what this feels like as well, is that it's time to really focus less maybe on love and more on your purpose. Let's get overall outcome message for Scorpio. Hierophant. Okay, so 3 major arcana that are out here so far. Okay, Hierophant is Taurus energy. Okay, you may have Taurus in your chart. You may be dealing with one. Interesting, the Fool is at the bottom, so that represents taking a risk, new beginnings, fresh new starts, clean slates. Okay, but this also represents marriage. For some of you, this could be marriage. Underneath this Devil is marriage for some of you. Okay, this could be something that's unexpected, that you may end up meeting someone that you're going to marry. But others of you, this could definitely be talking about lessons that are learned. Some of you, this is about being a teacher, but you can only be a teacher once you've actually been the student. You can't teach something you really haven't learned. That's something you really don't know. So what I feel like is, for some of you, it's like this cycle that you're being guided to close out, or allowed to close out, is a part of the lessons that you're learning at this time, so you can then step into your teacher energy and teach others based on your experiences and wisdom gained through the experiences. It's the difference between having knowledge and wisdom. Okay, knowledge is something that we're taught, that we read through books and, you know, resources, things like that. But the wisdom is what you gain through your experiences from applying that knowledge. Knowledge ain't shit if it's not applied. So you can know a lot of things, but if you're not using it, it doesn't really mean anything. Okay, so this feels like, you know, you guys are being positioned to really step into your teacher energy, but that only happens once you actually close out these cycles, to show that I've actually passed this test. That's why I can help you pass it, because I've already done it. Okay, and once you do that, that's when you open up, you know, doors to a brand new start, a brand new beginning. Okay, this could be a chance to start something over, or just a brand new opportunity that really has the potential to grow. This could be collaborations, working with other people. Someone maybe that you felt blocked from with the Two of Swords, okay, that maybe you had to take a step back from, but now it can be healed. So, you know, take it as it applies, but it just feels like something can't move forward until something closes out first, and you have to trust yourself about what that is. Okay, so let's wrap with some advice from your spirit team and guides. So we have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening, Higher Heart Activation. Okay, Divine Love. That's interesting how we have two cards about the heart here. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Give and receive in balance. Give with divine love. Divine love is shown up here twice. That's interesting. So it feels like some of you Scorpios, this is also about, like, I feel like some of you are really good at giving, but some of you are not so good at receiving. And that's where the balance comes in, is that you have to, like, you can give all day long, but if you're not open to receive, you know, whatever the person has to give back to you, you know what I'm saying? If you, like, say someone says, you know, I'm really proud of you and I think it's great what you're doing, and you know, you don't really know how to receive it, so you don't say anything at all. Or if someone says, you know, I hope you have a really wonderful day, and, you know, it's filled with prosperity and joy, and you don't say anything, that just shows that you're not really open to receive. That means that you have some heart chakra things to work on. Okay, so some of you, that could be what is being healed here that you're maybe not aware of, or something that needs to be healed, that's trying to heal from something that maybe happened in your past. And this also speaks of childhood. I just remembered that as well. So some of you, this is about you know, things moving in quickly, or this could be a message, okay, it's coming in that it may be confusing to you, but it's something that is coming up because it's showing you where something from childhood maybe needs to be healed or worked through and released. Okay, it's going to look different for all of you, but, you know, take it as it applies. So let's see, what else? So, what are some blessings that are coming in for Scorpios? So we have unity, a time of divine love, understanding, a time of divine understanding, renewal. I'm saying divine love because I'm thinking of those two other cards. So for some of you guys, this could be definitely a new connection that's coming in for some of you. A time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love, okay? And then we have luck. So luck is showing up here twice, Scorpio, okay? Two different decks, very different decks. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. So, you know, you have really great things to look forward to. So whatever it is that you're needing to close out, whatever clearing you need to do that's creating financial blockages, it's like that is trying to shift for you, but you do have to do your part and allow it, okay? So we have two cards that came out, 7 and 4. One's a Gemini card. We have uncertain. At this time, the situation or outcome is undetermined, okay? So that's, I feel like, a part of why that world is in reverse, because this cycle maybe hasn't closed out yet. It's trying to, but you have to be able to trust yourself enough to allow it and do whatever you're guided to do and as it pertains to that, okay? And then we have hammock, rest, time off, supported, meditate, inactive, find relief, recovery, suspended between two things, and limbo, self-actualization. So this is about taking some time to, you know, be with yourself, okay? Some of you work really hard and you don't take enough time to just be without, and I don't mean just taking off work, but I mean like shutting off your devices, electronics, people, all those things, and just be in complete dead silence. You know, I feel like some of you would really benefit from doing that, okay? But I also feel like this is your indication to let you know that you're supported as you allow yourself to do so, especially for those of you that don't take a lot of time to yourself to recover from, you know, rough situations, or, you know, to try to find relief in things that are stressing you out or that you feel are chaotic. This is Spirit letting you know you are supported as you give yourself time to heal and recover. You're supported during that time. So some of you may not give yourself certain time you need to do this, to really work on yourself in that way, because you're worried about, well, I got to make money. This is Spirit saying you are supported. We'll take care of that for you. You just need to take care of yourself right now, right? It's like, if we don't heed these calls, Spirit will make you learn the hard way. I'm just saying, been there, done that. Been there, done that. So Scorpios, that's what I have for you. I hope this reading, I trust that this reading will find those who need the messages. And if it does resonate, I trust that you will give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, commenting, sharing, all the good stuff. And until next time, you guys, howdy.